Now, an ex-royal staff member has opened up about his time working at Buckingham Palace, claims that out of all of the royals that he catered for, Prince Andrew was difficult and more demanding than others. I mean, he's certainly not getting a good rap.
Everyone's talking about Andrew Mountbatten-Windsor's arrest. Dawn raid at Sandringham, police searches at Royal Lodge, the first senior royal arrested in modern history. But the most unsettling part isn't the arrest itself. It's what the man who protected him for years has been trying to tell us since 2015, and what finally left him horrified enough to speak out. Dai Davies was head of royal protection. He saw everything: the visitors, the briefings, the palace machine at work. And when Andrew was arrested on February 19th on suspicion of misconduct in public office, Davies' reaction was immediate. Well, at long last. In this video, we're breaking down exactly what Davies witnessed, the evidence that triggered this arrest, and the shocking historical comparison he made that shows this goes deeper than anyone realizes. The arrest happened at 8 a.m. on February 19th, 2026. Andrew's 66th birthday. Thames Valley Police arrived at Wood Farm on the Sandringham estate. By evening, he was photographed leaving Aylsham Police Station, slumped in the back seat, released under investigation after 11 hours in custody. The searches haven't stopped. Unmarked police vehicles continue arriving at Royal Lodge, his former 30-room home in Windsor. Officers are combing through files, computers, years of correspondence. King Charles received no advance warning. The palace issued a statement. The law must take its course. But this wasn't just about what happened last week. When Dai Davies appeared on Talk TV, his reaction cut straight through the shock. "At long last," he said. "I've been calling out for this, frankly, for nearly 6 years, ever since the allegation emerged back in 2015. 6 years. A man who worked inside palace security, who knew what evidence existed, has been publicly demanding an investigation since 2015, and nothing happened." Davies zeroed in on something specific. That appeared clear to me when we got to hear about the fact that he allegedly had asked his deputy press secretary to make inquiries into Virginia. That could, in my opinion, amount to misconduct in public office. Using your official position to dig up dirt on your accuser. According to Davies, that's a crime. But Davies knew something else that makes the palace's response even more damning. He revealed exactly how information flows inside the palace. Every day when I was in post, I had a cutting of every media that came in that affected the royal family, and they would have the same. Every single day. A comprehensive briefing on everything hitting the press. Which means from the moment Virginia Giuffre's allegations surfaced, senior palace officials knew. Davies went further. Senior palace officials would have known, and I allege, and I take no pleasure, but as an investigator, I allege, senior officials must have briefed senior royals as to the consequence. And the decision they made? They've hoped that by doing what they did, in paying Virginia off, that would kill it dead. £12 million, settled in February 2022. Virginia took her own life in April 2025, but the settlement didn't kill anything. It just bought time. Because in January 2026, the Epstein files dropped. And buried in those documents were emails that changed everything. Andrew wasn't arrested for sexual offences. He was arrested on suspicion of misconduct in public office, a charge that carries a maximum sentence of life imprisonment. From 2001 to 2011, Andrew served as the UK's Special Representative for International Trade. He had privileged access to classified briefings, sensitive commercial information. Trade envoys have a duty of confidentiality over all of it. The Epstein files appear to show he breached that duty repeatedly. Emails from 2010 show Andrew forwarding government reports from visits to Vietnam, Singapore, and China directly to Jeffrey Epstein. Another email details investment opportunities in Afghanistan, specifically gold and uranium deposits. Treasury briefings on the Icelandic financial crash were allegedly forwarded to a banker friend. This wasn't casual gossip. This was classified material, commercial intelligence, the kind of information foreign states pay dearly to obtain. And Andrew was handing it to a convicted sex offender with global connections. Davies framed it bluntly. Who he was giving that information to, who he was dealing with, and who in turn they were dealing with, either for the Chinese, for the Russians, to the Israelis. The cascade effect. If Andrew shared classified intelligence with Epstein, where did it go next? Who else saw those reports? Davies called it a Pandora's box. Then he made a comparison that stopped everyone cold. I can't think in my lifetime of anything quite as serious. It's more serious than when Edward VIII was giving information to the Germans. Edward VIII passed information to Nazi Germany during World War II. He's remembered as Britain's traitor king. And Davies is saying Andrew's conduct is worse, because it's today, and it's dealing with today's issues, including his misconduct, as far as I can see, in respect of who he was giving that information to. Today's threats: China, Russia, Middle Eastern intelligence networks, not historical enemies, but active, current threats to British national security. And the consequences don't stop with Andrew. King Charles issued a statement. The law must take its course. But the palace had been given no advance warning. The message is unmistakable. Andrew is on his own. Davies spelled out what's really at stake. The consequence, not only for Andrew, but for his family and also his brother, the king and the whole royal family, is quite enormous. Charles spent years distancing the monarchy from Andrew, stripped his titles, moved him out of royal lodge. None of it was enough. Virginia Giuffre alleged she was trafficked by Epstein and forced to have sex with Andrew as a teenager. Andrew denied everything. That 2019 Newsnight interview, Pizza Express in Woking, unable to sweat, no recollection, was a disaster. Virginia sued. The case settled for £12 million, no admission of liability. She took her own life in April 2025 at age 41. Her brother, Sky Roberts, spoke after Andrew's arrest. She's been vindicated. We wouldn't be here without her. The Giuffre family statement: no one is above the law, not even royalty. He was never a prince. For survivors everywhere, Virginia did this for you. But Davies believes this is just the beginning. Andrew's been released under investigation. Police are searching Royal Lodge, examining files, computers, phones. Davies explained, once someone has been arrested, the police have access to much more material. Who knows where that might lead? Thames Valley Police confirmed a formal investigation is underway. They're also assessing a separate allegation involving a second woman sent by Epstein in 2010. Multiple lines of inquiry, multiple potential charges. Davies stressed, this is just the start, I would imagine. The timeline could take months. Police will submit evidence to the Crown Prosecution Service for charging decisions. Given the complexity, this won't be fast. What stands out is the consistency. A protection officer who saw the system from inside has been calling for this since 2015. He knew what evidence existed. He knew senior officials were briefed. He knew the settlement was an attempt to bury the truth. And he compared Andrew's alleged misconduct to Edward VIII passing information to the Nazis. Different scandals, but the same pattern. Epstein. The Chinese spy Yang Tengbo. Classified information allegedly forwarded to unauthorized contacts. Decades of compromised judgment. Do you think the palace hoped this would disappear after the settlement? And how far does this actually go? If Andrew shared classified information with Epstein, who had intelligence connections worldwide, where did it ultimately end up? Davies said he can't think of anything in his lifetime quite as serious. The searches continue, the investigation is ongoing, and as Davies warned, This is just the start.